We have here a Jeti Flicker L, which is a flicker meter for lamps, hence the L. So front we have a lamp here just pointing at the light source. You can obviously do this under room lights, which is what a lot of people want to do. With this you can measure the traditional flicker metrics, so flicker percentage, flicker frequency, flicker index, but also SVM and PstLM. SVM being the stroboscopic visual metric, which is to sort of define how stroboscopic effects can come into lighting, and PstLM is the short-term flicker perceptibility. So very simple device, just plugged in by a USB cable. There's 3 light sensors that measure the flicker with time. To take a measurement, you just set up your measurement how you want it, and then you hit measure. You can measure with or without the PstLM active, because PstLM requires a longer measurement time. So you need it between 1 minute and 5 minutes. For sort of expediency, we'll say 1 minute. So put that on, you can see a new tab has opened here. Hit measure again. It'll do an initial measurement for the standard flicker metrics, and then it will do a 1 minute measurement for the remaining PstLM measurements. So it's a bit of a mouthful. This is measuring the fast Fourier transforms with time. So it's a frequency domain measurement. And as standard, it's required for the European standards that go into CE for lighting. So if you're making light sources, you have to have a measurement of both PstLM and SVM. They're both part of the requirements for CE marking. All right, so we've got about 20 seconds left. Then I'll just do a quick tour of the software. This takes a little bit of time. As part of the package, you get the flicker meter, the tripod, the software, and the cable to connect it. So that's all included as standard. You can see here PstLM of 0.05, which is very good. When we turned this on, it was actually flickering quite badly, but I think it's stabilized in the time that it's been waiting to measure. And you should measure when the light source is stable. We did have a PstLM at one point of 1 point something because of the instability from the warming up of the lamp. So this is actually better than I expected, because it's an old lamp that's been around for about 10 years. But if we go here, you can see, so you've got the metrics, the measurements down here. Luminous ripple 3.5%, flicker 1.8%, so it's not terrible. This is the flicker sort of just with time. You can see it's a little bit flickery. If we zoom in, then you can see it's a more defined flicker, and you can see it's also quite a continuous effect. You can see though that the flicker sort of difference is quite narrow. It's not a particularly broad flicker range. Similarly, down here you can pick out the peak spectrum, which is your the data that goes into PstLM effectively. So you can see there's flicker up, I think that's probably 100 Hertz, 104. If I click over here a bit more. I'm trying to get this peak, but it's not what it's doing. There we are. 100 Hertz exactly, yeah. So 200, that's a weird one there. 958 Hertz. So you'd expect 200 Hertz, you'd expect 100 Hertz, but 958 Hertz is a weird one. The data is just saved as a simple file. It will save a picture, and it will save the data as just a CSV type file. It's just a text file. Few options. You can choose automatic gain or manual gain. So that's the electronic gain on the detector. I say 99% of the time use automatic. Manual is where you have very low levels or something similar you need to just manually set, because it takes a long time for the automatic gain to correct to the right level. But 99% of the times automatic's best. You can also do Title 24 JA10, which is the Californian standard. That's a separate measurement that also requires a few other things. So if we go onto here, you'll see it says, right, measure. You need to do 100%, 20% dimming, and then minimum dimming. So this is only relevant for dimmable LEDs. We don't have a dimmable LED, so we're just going to basically just go OK every time. Didn't like it. Same measurement error, so I'm assuming it's not liking it for the fact we're not doing thing. But there you go. So it gives you the data here for JA10 as well. For the different levels, it's not working properly because we're not dimming it. So, and you can save the results there as well. And that's it.